Other teams might as well buy their tickets to Cancun now because the Celtics are on the path to ban on 19. With us on this journey are Jay King, Sam Packard, Brian Robb, and Sean. So I'm going to need you all to buckle in because this pod's going to be a wild ride.
Still Poddable, the Boston Celtics, still Poddable.
I've never seen anyone lose their season 2 years in a row.
A psychosexual celebration of the Boston Celtics.
Welcome back to Still Poddable, the best Celtics podcast here on Al Gore's Interweb. I am Sam Jam Packard, joining you live from Madison Square Garden, where the Knicks are sadly playing Billy Joel as the Celtics win Game 3, 115-93. It's not Billy Joel. I'm sorry. Everyone's going to come at me, and I immediately realized my mistake. And that's my bad. You know what? I'm excited. It's the win for the Boston Celtics. You know what happens when you make threes, Sean? Good things. Good things happen when the Celtics makes three. This is essentially the same box score as Game 2. The Celtics shot 43s tonight. They made 20 of them in this game, and you know what? They win by 30. They did a great job, I think, of just playing defense against this New York Knicks team. The New York Knicks really struggled to score, and I thought the Celtics, they made open shots. This is the exact series that I thought that it was going to be. Like, this game encapsulated entirely, and it makes games 1 and 2 all the more frustrating because they have, like, pissed away their margin of error. And if they just did these two things in the first games, you would be thinking they're up 3-0 right now. I didn't even think the Celtics played great. I thought they just played pretty standard basketball. I think they shot the ball extremely well, but you know what? It's not like Jason Tatum missed a bunch of shots, layups and stuff like that. No one really had a great scoring performance. It was just an all-around solid team win. And this is just like what I thought the series would be.
I just love, looking at the margins,
like look at the margins.
Rebounding, like it was a pretty even matchup rebounding wise, 42-43. The Knicks like edging out a little bit, but like when you're finally hitting your shots and you're getting rebounds, like it changes the game. And 30 defensive rebounds in that mix too is just huge. Like because the Knicks were just feasting off of second chances in those first two games.
Yeah, I mean, they controlled the Knicks on the boards. I mean, it was a pretty even affair. The Celtics, the Knicks got to the foul line a lot. A lot of that was happening late, but it just came down to making their open threes. And I really think just the start of the game, the fact that they just came out and made, what was it? I think they made their first three and were 5 of 6 in that first quarter. It's like, oh, we don't have to worry about this. There wasn't this just like collective nervousness that I felt like there was in the first two games. And then I really thought the best player on the court for the Celtics tonight was Peyton Pritchard. He came in after the first 6 minutes of the first quarter and then just played the remainder of the first half. And I just thought was exactly the level of aggression they needed on offense. And he was a team high 23 points off the bench, made 5 of his threes, but shot 10 of them. Like, I thought the Celtics actually passed up some good looks in Game 2, but Pritchard did not do that whatsoever, and they just built it. I was a little scared when the Knicks made 3 threes to start the fourth quarter, and they cut the lead back down to the Devils' number, 20 points.
Yeah,
the Celtics made it. I can't believe they didn't make a field goal for the final 8 minutes of Game 2. Like that's all they did tonight was like, oh, Drew made a 3, and then Jason Tatum finally made a shot after airballing it off the backboard, and but all they needed to do was basically get to 110 points, and there was just no way the Knicks were going to get there.
Yeah. Also, not telling on YouTube is right. Al Horford is good. Al Horford had a great game, especially late. Just like the defense from him, and the Celtics had 8 blocks tonight. I'm looking at a terrible box score, so I can't even see how many Al Horford has. But
he had
what a game from him! Yeah, just what a game from him, and the threes, the spacing, he was phenomenal.
I think he was great. He was and he knocked down 3 of 5. Like that was the other thing is that they made. I didn't think Jason Tatum was phenomenal tonight, especially in terms of driving. I still think he could do more to driving, but he made the simple play. And one play that sticks out, he was getting a lot of attention, and he just made the simple pass to a wide out Al Horford, who knocked down a 3. And I feel like he did that a couple of times, just make the simple pass. And it felt like everyone on the roster stepped up and made a 3. And if you look at it, basically all the top 6 guys did that. And so I thought the Celtics did just a solid job of making the simple play and having faith in their offense. Like they've been the best 3-point shooting team this entire year. And they did that and knocked down the shots and got the pretty easy victory. The thing that's interesting to me is I feel like there's a lot of talk about Kristaps Porzingis. What's going on with Kristaps Porzingis? He wasn't even good tonight. He wasn't bad. He had 3 blocks. I thought he had some decent defensive possessions. He got to the line. There was one stretch in the fourth quarter where I think there was nonsense going on. They're like, all right, let's take a timeout. Let's slow the game down. We're going to go to Kristaps in the post. And he drew a foul on Mikal Bridges. That was like pretty much the only positive happened. They don't even need him to do that. Have to make they were 50% from 3 tonight. Don't even need that. If they just went 15 for 40, they still win this game. It's a lot closer. It's a lot more nerve-wracking. I'm glad they made 23s.
Yeah.
They didn't really even need Kristaps Porzingis tonight.
Yeah, and watching on TV here at home, you can see Kristaps is still just he's straight up mouth breathing. The guy cannot breathe through his nose. There's no that's still not working for him.
Everyone goes down.
I'm learning that we have 2 minutes before I have to depart. So any last thoughts, Sean, before we get kicked out of the skywalk here?
Yeah, my last thought is the TD Garden is the real garden, clearly, because they're anti-podcast at MSG, and that's crazy.
Yeah, I did not know this. All right, we're going to take a break here. This will be the first part of the podcast. I don't know what's going to happen, but I will record a part 2 later. So we appreciate everyone tuning in. Celtics win 115-93. Thanks for guys for tuning into the live portion of the podcast. Go to patreon.com/stillpoddable if you want more great podcasting, folks. Celtics win. Need to even up the series on Monday. Wild stuff. It was a very polite man who told me I had to leave immediately in 2 minutes, but we'll see you later, folks.
Still Poddable, the Boston Celtics, still Poddable.